Hello, everybody. Matryoshka here with the DeSo and the Eyes of the Beholders, and this is my co-host.
Ready Player One. Thanks for coming back and listening again, everyone.
And tonight we have a very special guest with us. It's Nikolai from Alton Base. Hi,
Hi
Nikolai.
there.
Calling in from
Hello,
Greece.
Oh yeah, moved to Greece recently. It's amazing here. Nice
Yes.
food, nice people, nice view. Everything is amazing.
And I did read that Greek people are one of the people who live the longest. They have the best longevity because of their diet. So you mentioned that you like the food, and I'm like, you're gonna live very long life.
Hopefully.
Yes. And Nikolai, let's start with just telling people a little bit about what your background is before DeSo and how you found DeSo and crypto.
Okay. So my background was coding and marketing. Before that, I started my own company back in 2005. It was a e-commerce company. I started in Hungary because I used to live in Hungary back then. 2009, I moved it to Hong Kong, and instead of just being like a hobby project, it became like really big. I had like really big in my terms, yeah, because like originally I just wanted to make some extra money for travel and stuff like this. So I was a digital nomad before the term was invented, basically. And like I realized I have 12 people working for me all around the world, like in Italy, in Canada, in Russia, in Hungary, in Hong Kong. And I understood that I don't have like knowledge to manage all this. So I went to get a MBA degree. And by the time I got my degree, my business actually went down dramatically because like we were the business we were doing was extended batteries for smartphones, and we were offering like premium quality extended batteries for smartphones. You remember back then, like you could replace the battery in the Samsung phone and stuff like this. So we were doing this fat batteries, what like they were making the phone look like strange, but they would work for like a day or two, you know. So like a lot of people, when they bought these smartphones, and they thought those are the phones what would work the same way like Nokia before that, what you could charge like once a week and they would work. No. These were like a compact TVs basically in your pocket, what would work only for like a couple of hours before you needed to recharge it. So with those batteries, the problem was solved. But in 2013, the Hong Kong banned shipping of lithium-ion batteries on air. So like all of our business was stopped. So I was starting to look into something else, and I had some ideas, but then I met some friends and they said, oh, you know what, we are starting an accelerator for hardware projects and you have like experience. Why don't you join us as a marketing mentor to help those projects to develop? So I joined them in 2014, and we actually launched quite a lot of projects on crowdfunding, on Kickstarter and Indiegogo. I managed 12 projects, and we got. After that, I started to do online marketing for those projects, mainly after crowdfunding, developing their e-commerce presence. But at the same time, after learning so much about like Facebook advertising, Instagram advertising, and understanding how those system works, when the BitCloud appeared, for me it was like a fresh air, yeah, because that was so different from a system which would force you into something, force you into some opinion, force you into buying something. So that's how I came to the BitCloud, and I loved for me, it was always interesting to looking at the trends, looking at the analytics, and like if you remember in the early days of Twitter or Facebook, you could actually get access to the much more analytics. You could access programmatically through API and analyze it and use it to do something. And then they stopped it because the ads came and and all this stuff. And in BitCloud, everything was available. Everything you could look into, like anything, like who sent a message to somebody, who purchased another coin, who posted something, who liked that post, and all this data was on the blockchain, and you could take it, analyze it, and use it in any way you want.
It's interesting is a lot of the initial pitch for BitCloud was for on the creator side that they're on the mercy of these centralized platforms and their control of the database, but also on the advertising side and people and the e-commerce side, you're also at the mercy of these platforms and trying to get access to their database and their user base. Both sides kind of are that solution is taken away from both sides when you have an open database like BitCloud and now DeSo. So yeah, I mainly only ever thought about it from the creator perspective, but also on the other side too, it removes this huge friction point, which, like you said, initially was open for Twitter and Facebook, but obviously these centralized, their business, their company, they have shareholders, they need to report some revenue at some point. They're not always going to be growth companies, but that advertising model kind of gets taken away with this. I know Nader made a post a few days ago about the blockchain-based business model as opposed to the advertising-based business model. So yeah, that's super interesting to hear it from that perspective.
And talking about Nader and Twitter, let me ask you, what are your thoughts about? So we just heard yesterday that Elon Musk achieved an agreement to actually buy Twitter for the amount of shares, that the final offer that he made them. So what do you think it means in terms of DeSo, open sources, decentralization, and all of that? What are your thoughts about that?
Sorry, guys, I have some phone signal here.
You want to pick it up? Yep.
No, I cannot, because it's just the ring. I don't have the actual phone.
That is so weird.
Welcome to Greece.
That's Greece for you.
Yeah, welcome to Greece.
When your wired internet starts ringing in your house, what does it mean? Hopefully nobody's going to break down the doors and come in the next.
Hope so. Yeah. I heard some opinion that somebody like Elon Musk, and we all know him, and we all respect him, but even if one person controls the Twitter, it's even worse than the current situation. I'm not sure about that. So we don't know what's gonna happen. Maybe some things will happen what will be better. Yeah, maybe not. But it's what is happening now, it's not good. Everybody understands that.
Yes,
that's why Elon Musk wants to buy it. So what happened to the social media in the past couple of years? Think about the Zuckerberg. Yeah, when he created Facebook, everybody was like, wow, that's cool. We all love you because you created something what is so useful for everybody. Yeah. Right now, he's like an evil corp, Facebook. And everybody goes yeah, we would leave, but we cannot because you control so much of our connections. Everybody's on Facebook. It's so hard to live. It's like a prison, what you stay in on your own will.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's getting worse by the time, because recently I very rarely go on Facebook. I repost from my Instagram on Facebook directly. I very rarely actually go there. But when I go and I see, I see 10 notifications. And when I open them, all of them, most of them are not about me or my content. They're about somebody else and their content. I'm like, why are you showing this to me? Because you think that I will be interested? I'm not. Why are you notifying me about this? And, making me believe that there is something important there, but there is nothing. And I really, really don't like it. But you wanted to share something about Facebook. Sorry.
No, I just lost connection. I think after this
That's
link,
okay.
they
You were
stopped
talking
my
about the
connection
social
for
media.
not picking up the phone.
So they cut your speed from 100 megabits to Nikolai was sharing with us
going from
earlier about
super
the
fast. Yeah.
super fast internet in Greece. Yeah, which is not.
Oh yeah, it's 100 megabits. Because I'm in a good location, I can get the super fast. It's 100 megabits.
That's why they live so long, because they spend very little time on the internet because it's so slow.
That's good. Yeah, yeah, probably that's right. Yeah.
But you were talking about social media and how potentially Elon buying Twitter, what it can mean, and what do you think will happen?
Well, basically, I think the reason he wants to buy it because he wants to change something. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't know what he wants to change. I don't see into his mind, but yeah, I think we will see in the near future. If the deal happens, we will see. At this moment, I don't think you can get any worse. Yeah, I think it can only get better. So let's be optimistic, and let's see what's gonna happen. Like. Takes it over, he has the ball in his hand, and what can we sit and wait and see what happens? Yeah, we can send some tweets with some suggestions, but basically, I'm sure if he spends 40 billion buying that, he has something in his mind. It's not like okay, let's buy it for 40 billion, and let's see what's gonna happen.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he has something in mind, and it's really hard to predict what, because it can be absolutely anything. I know that Dharmesh mentioned that he believes that DeSo/Twitter integration possibly happening is basically the slim to none, the chances of this happening. I really hope that this is this one time that Dharmesh is actually wrong. But like you said, we'll have to see what happens with Twitter. We'll have to see what happens with DeSo and where it all goes. But I definitely also hope that him buying it will bring about some improvements, at least. That's the minimum.
It's definitely going to magnify eyeballs on the whole social space, and hopefully decentralized social as well. But yeah, so you were saying when you got to BitCloud, it was like a fresh breath of fresh air having this open database that you can see any transaction, any interaction between users and across the whole database. What happened next? What did you get? Did it inspire you to build anything? What was your first? What did you first decide to do once you had this full open database? He went down to 2 megabits per second.
All right, he's back.
Yeah, sorry. It's yes. So we started to look into this coin economy and stuff like this, and we realized that we needed some analytical tools to see like who are the good creators, which creators are getting like a lot of feedback from the community, which creators are not, and we started to build our own analytical platform on BitCloud. In the beginning, these were just a few simple scripts written on Python, which would take the data from the blockchain, analyze it, and give us some results. And then we started to see, okay, we have to calculate how many likes somebody's getting, how many follows somebody's getting, how many. That was even before diamonds. Diamonds came in early May. Yeah, how many like reposts are people getting? And then we came up with the idea of index. We said, okay, we need to set up some index, which will calculate all of it together, so you don't have to look into like 20 different stats. You just get a number for a person, for a week. And that's when we came up with Akai, which is like an Alton-based creator activity index, which would calculate everything together. adding like the posts the person made, the likes he received, the diamonds later, yeah, he received for his posts, the follows, and then we would compare. Okay, this is the top of the users by Akai, and we would look at their founder reward and their price, the coin price, and we would buy those coins based on those metrics.
Mhm.
So that was the first. Basically, we created it for internal use, and then we thought, okay, these
Like a
stats
trading
are really
analytics
cool.
tool.
Yeah, yeah. And we looked at there were some things like pulse, yeah, where you
Yeah.
would see the all the standard like stock exchange graphs and stuff like this. But I said, guys, these things, they don't work here because the coin economy is different. It just depends on the supply and like on the amount of coins released. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
it.
with the
That's
bond,
the
with the
thing. The
bonding
price
curve.
only depends. Yeah, the bonding curve. So there is no meaning in all those free exchange stats and free exchange graph because they don't make any sense here. So we
Yeah.
don't need them. Let's get rid of all of this. What we need and what people on the BitCloud need is just a simple metric, an index like a Google page rank, something like this, which is calculated from all the different stats. Let's come up with this formula and let's publish it and let's give access to it to all the people so they know like what creators work better this week, this day. So that's how we came with the Akai, and basically that's when we released the platform, made it available to everybody.
And people, if you're watching this and you're wondering what Akai or Chai is and what Altum Base is, and you don't know, I realized that I forgot to actually introduce that. So Altum Base is what you see in your feed all the time that's telling you this week the top creator who got the most diamonds is this, or top gainer is this, or this person got the most likes, and this is what Altum Base is, and that's what Nikolai is telling us about.
And also, if you use Diamond app, you'll find it on the Trends tab and on the Trends page, which is really cool integration that the two projects have put together. It's because it's very helpful statistics, like you said. Many traditional trading metrics or other metrics you might use to rank don't really work for this system. Or it doesn't give you a true picture of like who's getting actually the most real engagement and who's actually consistently showing up as a top creator on the platform. So I think something like Akai was really, really necessary, and I like the name because the reference to like a superfood. It's like you took all these different stats and brought them together into a super metric, a superfood of the DeSo blockchain. So yeah, awesome stuff.
Yes, and I also absolutely love not even the new updates that you show us today, which I absolutely loved as well, but the previous one that you have done where you did top daily new diamond givers, diamond receivers and gainers for the new people who just sign in within a week on the platform, because I have seen the comments under many of those posts where people are just saying that they're so happy to be part of this community and also receive some recognition already through this, and they're like so excited to be in those lists. And I think it's very instrumental and it's very helpful in user retention, especially at this very early stage when you are just signing. There is, you don't have many followers because we don't really, discovery and all those issues. So for them to receive this recognition is really, really awesome. And I've seen how happy it makes people. So I wanted to tell thank you for doing this, because I think it's really, really cool that you have this.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
You're very welcome.
Well, speaking of,
go ahead.
I was gonna say, you teased a little bit that there's new updates coming. Maybe we can, unless there's more you want to share about the history of Altum Base until we got to now. But I know before our pre-show, you showed us some updates that are very exciting that I think the rest of the DeSo community would also
Love to
benefit a
see
lot
it.
from,
Yeah.
get excited from.
Oh, okay, cool. Let's switch to that. And yeah. So basically, what we have here is okay, that's the Altum base page. Just if you haven't seen it, we have some stats available. Like on the
Do you have
daily
a
stats,
personal favorite stat or most interesting stat that you like to follow?
I look at those like the new user profiles and this row here, like the daily active likers, followers, diamonders, and what is it, posters? Yeah, because those numbers they give, at least they give some
Idea about the
understanding.
actual
Yeah,
active daily users, and yeah.
and the two daily are the coins bought value. So if you see like $15,000 coins bought and 11,000 sold, so like that's good. Yeah, that is good. Yeah, the new features what we have are the Explorer, the blockchain Explorer, which is not available in the menu. You can get there by typing altumbase.com/explorer, and what it will show you stats for the latest block, which was mined. In this case, that's the number, the height of the block, 124,556. You can see how many transactions there, what are the total of the fees, and you can see what kind of transactions were there. But what you will see next, here you will see like all the stats what are happening there. But that's the magic. What I was showing to Matryoshka and Ready Player One before we started recording, the filters. So what you can do here, for example, you want to find what were the biggest buy creator coin transactions all the time sorted by value. So and yes, that's it. Second, you get all the transactions where somebody bought the coin, somebody sorted by value.
And as you can see, the highest bought coin was of Kourtney Kardashian by an anonymous account in the amount of 89,000 DeSo, sorry, or 2,900,048,000, almost $3 million, basically.
Yeah.
And then the next was for $500,000 for Elon Musk, also by the other anonymous account.
And for example, what you can also do, for example, you want to see only the transactions when somebody bought Elon Musk coin. And
yep, here you can see our familiar anonymous account, and then Craig, Happy Penguin.
And then you could also, if you wanted to, see probably the sells, right? You could change it from buy to sell.
Yeah, you can do only sell.
You got literally every. I love how it's categorized by creator coins, NFTs.
So these were the biggest sells of Elon Musk account, or you can do like buys, sells. So then it will list both of them together.
Yeah.
And yeah, for example, what you can also see, like instead of filtering for affected accounts, you can filter for actor. So let's say Altum base, for example, and we will see which coins Altum base bought or sold. Yeah, Altum base bought Altum base. Like yeah, most of the transactions here. Yeah. What else?
Can you show us the transfers or the send? I'm curious to see what were the biggest
Send DeSo.
transactions where how much DeSo was sent from one account to another.
Here it is. Yeah, 339,000 DeSo was sent from one anonymous account to another.
Or
Yeah.
11.
You wonder if those are exchanges or where all that money's going.
The only name that in the very top is Master, and he received $7 million or 10,000 DeSo. I wonder who that is, and if maybe I want to meet them.
Master, please send a message to Matryoshka. She wants to meet you.
Okay, that actually makes me sound like a woman who is interested in money, which I'm not. So I'm gonna withdraw my my request to send a message.
Yeah, so another thing that oh no, go ahead.
Yeah, one more filter we want to introduce where you can filter only for transactions where the actual users happen. We didn't implement it yet. So like you want to say, okay, what were the biggest transactions where actual registered users account took part?
No, anonymous
so,
account.
No, anonymous account, yeah. Not ready yet, but we want to do that, yeah.
Nice. And can you show us the diamonds as well? I saw that at the bottom when there was the transaction time by diamonds, and I would love to see that as well and to show it to.
Okay, so like we wanted to see like the biggest diamonds.
Yes, the biggest value of diamonds in descending order.
Yep. So it's Aditya. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
8
diamonds to FedEx. And here you can actually see that originally it was 7 diamonds. So one
actually,
to make it 8. And give 6 to make it 7.
Yes, and I believe so. This is for the post that they made where they, with one single post, they diamonded it with all levels of diamonds that when 8 diamonds came out.
Okay, so let's see, like it's Aditya giving diamonds to Feda. Let's see if the database can do that. Ah, yeah, here it is.
That is so cool. That is so cool. I love that. So you can see all the levels.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Send 2 twice. Aditya.
Yeah, that was a different post. So here you can,
yeah,
like,
1 to 2.
all...
I see what it means. Okay.
Yeah, so when you click on that, actually Diamond app will open up and give you the show you the actual post which was diamonded.
Nice.
Yeah. And another thing to notice is just how fast the data loads here. Maybe you could talk a little bit about how you achieved that and some of the struggles you had to go through to get to this point.
Oh yeah, so originally we were using MySQL to store all the information. Basically, we would take the blockchain data and then break it into like bits and pieces so it's searchable. And it was working, I would say, okay. In the end of 2021, we wanted to give something nice to the community. We wanted to present like stats per month. So we wanted to start with March, like say who were the biggest creators in March by Akai, by diamonds, by likes, by follows. And we did the query, we constructed the system to do that. For March, it took us about 1.5 hours. For April, about 2.5 hours. For May, the whole system broke down. So, so it didn't work at all. Like there were not enough resources and stuff like this. So we started to look at some other solution to replace MySQL. And yes, we built the new system on totally different solution. And as you can see, like it searches 70, like all these searches are done live on like all the blockchain data. So it's like about like 60 something million transactions. And as you can see, results coming within seconds.
Yes.
Yeah, within
fascinating
a second. so we spent maybe 2 and 3 months, like from end of December till like actually last week, until we came to the point where we can do that. Like last week, I was struggling with some of the queries where it would just stop when we were like putting too many filters together. The whole system would stop. And last week we finally came to the solution to solve that. So right now, this system is designed to withstand much bigger loads of information. So like it was all constructed in the hope that a killer app would come to DeSo, and the amount of information we have to work with would grow exponentially. And this system right now, it can handle it. As you
That
can
is
see.
amazing. What is the system was based on?
So there is a database management system called ClickHouse. It's developed by Yandex originally, and right now it's an open source project. And they also have like a foundation. They received a lot of funding recently, and it's specially designed for the systems where you have a lot of data coming in, but it does not change. So it was originally designed to do website analytics, where you get like billions of records. Think about Google Analytics, something like this. And that's the exact case what DeSo is. Like you have a lot of information coming in, but once it's written, it does not change. The only thing you have to do, take it, analyze it, and calculate the results. And it's a perfect solution.
Nice. And if you guys don't know, Yandex is basically Russian Google, or like Russian search engine slash website. That is amazing. And I know that this issue with, a huge amount of data was like many people were faced with it, because I remember I was talking to Salil Sethi of Open Prosper, and I was asking him about something like how easy it is to basically get some information from all the block explorer and database that we have on the blockchain. And that was one of the issues that, it takes so much resources to actually like go through all of that. So I think it's absolutely incredible that you were able to build a system, to develop a system that allows to do it in like matter of seconds. And that's even with your, I'm sorry, not so very fast internet in Greece, which is, and also we are streaming and recording and, all of that. So that's fascinating.
And so, Nikolai, when is this part of the Explorer going to be launched? When do you expect it to launch?
Actually, it is live. It is live already, so you can use it. So if you go to altonbase.com/explorer, you can start using it.
Yeah, you just need to type Explorer with your hands. Yeah.
Yes. And I think we will add it to the menus before the end of this week. So like it will be accessible through the tools. Probably it will go into the tools here. Yeah.
Nice.
So it is live now. We are just doing some. I don't like the way this filtering looks like now. So I want to make it, to simplify it somehow and add some more features. But basically, it's live. It's live. Like awesome. I think. And if you guys find anything what kills it, or some queries what kill it, please write to me, because I think I tried the most of what I could, but I know like when people start using it, it's always something happens. So yeah.
Yeah. So to give Nikolai.
I'm gonna look up the Solomon account and see if that does anything. If you know what that is.
Try the multi-billion to see. Yeah, so like for the filter actor affected, you can type the name of the account, or you can paste the key, the public key. It will work also. When you start typing, so the username would appear, so it would be easier to do that. We'll try to do it in the coming days, but right now, like, you just have to type it in.
And also you can sorry, you can also search by date, and that's what we did in the pre-show. We looked at the first 2 weeks of the BitCloud creation in March, and just were looking at all the transactions that were happening there, which was very interesting to see. But sorry, go ahead, Nikolai. You wanted to mention something else about NFTs, or what was it?
Yeah. Yeah. For example, what you can do by time, yeah, and see who sent the first ever diamond on DeSo blockchain. Yeah.
Oh,
So
yes.
like this, you will see it was the May 3rd of May test K-pop sent a diamond to Magic Carpet. Yeah, that was the first ever diamond. You want to see who created the first ever DAO coin? Yeah.
Yes.
Again, same thing. I know who it's gonna be. It's gonna be Pigeon and then us. Yeah, I remember that.
I was third.
No space.
I was
And look,
third.
Luca, you're the third. Nice.
Ready Player One is third. Yeah, you were third, and it all happened in the same block. You see, it's just a difference
Wow.
in the index.
And then
block.
the first DAO is
So
actually
basically,
the
there were like
fifth DAO.
seconds between us.
Wow.
Yeah, first DAO is the fifth DAO. Yeah, they should rename themselves.
Yep.
So what else?
Let's see NFT created, because we were in the Clubhouse room creating them all together, but I think there were ones that were tested before actually. Is going to be Tine as well?
Let's see, NFT created.
Diamond Hands, and then Tine, maybe Kressenstein. Wait,
also
I'm
in the
not
same
even
block.
fourth. I thought I was the fourth one, but I am 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, eighth one. I sold the NFT that says the word fourth misspelled to Kressenstein, and it was supposed to be the fourth. And now I'm learning that
And actually they were the fourth.
They were actually the fourth and not the first one, I know. And then Clay Oglesby right after that. But as you can see, Diamond Hands and Maybeam were the ones who are, of course, one of the first one. But I love that Tine is before Maybeam.
Nicola, we're almost out of time, but I did have one more question. What is the buyback project you do every Monday with the investments? Could you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, I think we have it listed.
Yeah.
So basically what we do, every week we take a list of the top creators by Akai, and we buy into the top 5. So basically it says like we will use 1/3 of the whatever balance is available. Unfortunately, it was only 1 week in the whole history, 26 weeks so far, when we had more than one DeSo coin available. So basically most of the weeks will be 0.3 DeSo coin will go to the first place, 0.25 to the second, and so on. We actually, I think that's the right file here. Yeah, so we have all the stats, like when we bought all the coins starting from November 1st, and actually this file is available. You can see that you can look into that. We publish it with every weekly update, so it has like the stats for all the coins we purchased through the 26 weeks. Yeah,
nice. Very nice.
High Key made it into many of the weeks. I'm noticing just.
Yeah, High Key made it, but I think the top is Kressenstein.
Kressensteins, I see. Yeah, I see them. I think almost every week. Yeah.
Yeah, if you look at the Alton-based wallet, I think that will be the.
Yeah.
Well, Nikolai, thank you so much for sharing and giving this a little preview to us. That was absolutely amazing, and I love seeing all the features that you're rolling out, because it gives the opportunity for people who are not familiar with Block Explorer and how to read it, an easy way to snoop around and, snoop around, to see all the transactions that are already available, but actually being able to see them easily here with that user interface that you have. So thank you for making this happen. It's absolutely amazing. And I'm so much looking forward to the other new features that you also mentioned that you are rolling out. And before we would let you go, I would also like to say, would you like to mention who else is on your team, who you're working with, or to share something else with people who are watching? Anything you want to, share, tease, or just say?
Sorry, I lost. I heard the first part of your question. So the people who are working with me, like the person who created all the design for the Altum base is so
That is Jenny, who I met in New York, right?
She created all of the. I went to New York.
Then I guess it was another Jenny who was a friend of Nick McFly.
I'm not sure.
Who...
Awesome. Well, it's a beautiful. The site is beautiful, and I really like how you guys displayed all the main statistics. Yeah, it has a really big value add to the whole DeSo ecosystem. What's a good way for people to get in touch with you if they want to partner with you, or maybe give you suggestions, or like you said, if there's any bugs in the new search feature that you want them to report to you?
So they can write to me directly on Nikolai.
Nikolai with 3 eyes.
With 3 eyes, yes. Nikolai is with 3 eyes,
yeah.
Because he has a third eye that he sees all the blockchain through. That's the way for you to remember. The Altum base is your third eye.
Nikolai with 3 eyes. That sounds good. Yeah, I didn't think about it before that. Yeah, you can write to Nikolai or Altum base. So I'm watching like the both accounts. Yeah.
Awesome. And in the Altum base, you have in the Altum base, profile, I want to say you have links to both Zhenya Land and you, so that would be easy for people, to find you if they don't know how to spell Nikolai in Russian.
Oh yeah.
Well, Nikolai, thank you so very much for coming in here and for sharing it with us. We really appreciate it, and I'm looking forward to seeing all the amazing things that you're continuing to build. Thank you for being such an awesome part of DeSo community and one of the builders who is building such an awesome things for us that make our existence on DeSo even more fun and allows us to see things that we regular non-techie people would not be able to see without you. So thank you once again very much. And people, if you're watching that, you can find the links to Nikolai and Altum Base and Zhenya Land under this video. Make sure to give them a follow if you don't follow them yet. You're missing out. And say hi on DeSo profiles. Say hi to all of us. We would love to chat with you. If you have any questions, suggestions, or requests that you would like Nikolai to build something, definitely reach out to him. He's an amazing human being who is always very open to things like that. So feel free to do that. And thank you so much, Nikolai.
Matryoshka, thank you very much. Just one thing I want to add. Yes, all Altum base was created so we can give access to analytics, to the data on the blockchain, and to make it accessible and actionable. So you can make decisions based on this data. And yes, as Matryoshka said, if you have any ideas, please send it to us. We will try to implement whatever we can. Have fun, and yeah, I think
awesome.
we have a lot of in front of us.
Yeah,
awesome.
It's gonna be an exciting year.
Bye, DeSo.